Welcome everybody to the SEO Vault. This is episode 217. My
Yes.
name is Mike, joined today by Mark and Sophie. Today we are here to analyze the latest SEO news, filter out the industry noise, and talk candidly about the latest tactics and results that are currently moving the SERPs. Just a reminder, we do have free campaign recommendations at Web20 Ranker. If you want to go check that out. We do have some big brand updates, SEO news. Stick around to the end. We're going to go over it all right now. Let's get it started. How's it going, Sophie, Mark? Good day. Everyone
Yeah.
doing well?
Oh, yeah.
I'm relaxing after the Black Friday sale.
I got a ton more work now after the Black Friday sale.
Well, we have another sale in 3.5 weeks, so I'm just taking a day to...
Taking a day?
Yeah.
I'm also relaxing by working with the managers to gut and improve all of our products before the next sale.
Very relaxing.
You're going to have that done before the next sale?
Some of it, a bunch of it, yeah.
It's
All
quick.
the SEO will be changed, and we have some really cool benchmarks we'll be sharing in like proper content form of here's our current white label SEO campaign, and then here's us implementing the new strategies, and it's like hockey stick, just huge improvements.
Mhm.
So that stuff is already done and being rolled out to the rest of the campaigns, and then we're working on on-page and GBP, and yeah, like a bunch of those things will be implemented in the next 3 weeks.
I was talking to Lasha about that, I think, a few weeks ago when we were split testing those new implementations and seeing the results from them. So,
Yep.
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Exciting stuff, and a relaxing way to spend my December leading up to Christmas.
You'll be able to relax during Christmas, though, because you'll have done all the things you needed to do.
True. Also, you know the saying, if you do what you love, you never live another day? No, you
Never
work a day
work
in your
a
life.
day in your life, I'm pretty sure.
Something like that.
Yeah, that is true. But if you did what you love and you never worked a day in your life, then the people who said that would have never retired. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, love your work and you'll never live a day of your life.
Love your work and you'll never live a day of your life. I think that's how it goes.
I do love this shit, so here we are.
That should be your new phrase, Mark.
It's actually on my Slack profile. It's a saying, which I botched. I had to just check. I was like, what was that saying? And honestly, no one said anything to me about it. I was like, damn, I thought that was slick, but here we are.
So we got some big updates after the big sale.
There we go.
All bonuses will have been sent out by now. Because this will be
They will have been
a couple of days after. So I'm sure some people have been watching the trainings by then.
I'm really excited about my bonuses.
Oh,
I'm really excited about your bonuses.
The winner will be announced too, hopefully by the time this episode comes out.
I forgot all about that.
Because that's a fun thing to do.
It is fun.
I'm writing that down because I want to
I love giving away free stuff. Especially when it's not my free stuff.
This fucking guy. Done with you, Mike.
I mean, we used to love that was the thing. We just come on the vault, start giving away citation packages, and
that was when it was live, though.
It was when it was live, yeah. But
it's actually a cool idea. That's fun. I like stuff like that.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah, no, that's the kind of giveaways and stuff I like. Like, I don't just love like, hey, you get a GMB campaign, you get a GMB campaign.
Didn't you give away a mastermind ticket on an episode of the Vault, though?
We did. Yes, we did give away a mastermind ticket.
Yeah, I guess for this grand prize, it's like, hey, Mark, give away flying someone out or dedicating like 20 hours to this thing. So that is a bit bigger of a giveaway. Maybe we shouldn't give too many of those away. It lessens the value for sure.
We're giving away 5 at the next sale.
I don't think Mark
Mark
wants to talk about.
Mark is going to spend the next year flying to all of your offices and working with your teams for free. It would be nice. It would be fun. It would be fun.
He's
It would be
actually
fun. Well, hey, if you love what you do, Mark.
Love your work. You never
goes.
live another day in your life. That's my they'll put that on my gravestone.
We do have some exciting. What was that, Sophie?
You want to talk about your press test update, Mike?
Yeah, we have some just testing in general. I've been getting back into the mad scientist with everyone else's tests going on. Been drawing a lot of conclusions from the press tests, if any press tests, if anyone was previously following those. Have a pretty strong idea at this point what might be moving the needle in those press releases. We've speculated whether it was the title, the H1, the links, the content, the company or actual entity person running the press release itself. So I think was that next week or this weekend? Then we'll probably be coming out
this Friday. The press.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll release some more details of the findings there, and also some Google Notes tests, which are I think we already published, are running at the moment. But if you weren't watching last week and the week before in the news, one of the big things that has come is Google Notes on websites on Google app. It's not on mobile. It's not just in the SERPs. You need to be in your Google app signed in. And essentially, it's a user-generated content on websites, URLs, and it creates a backlink on a URL that indexes and looks like a follow link. So we're excited to see what we can do there from an SEO value.
Have you done any more testing beyond those first couple notes?
No. I have left some more notes. So there's like 5 profiles that we left notes on, I think like 3 different local websites. So yeah, 3 different local websites. And I added a few more so like some of them have like 7 or 8 now. I guess with the individual tests, some of the things that I'm looking at is some of the notes are just very simple notes. So it's just it has a note, just kind of very general, like, great website, thanks for the info. And then I have ones that are more detailed, talk about, keywords and things like that in it. And then I did actually test a few things like putting a link in there. You can add an image. I'll tell you right now, you cannot put a link in there. You can try, but it will not go through. It'll. So
thank you.
Quick update there. But yeah, so we're testing images, image names, content within the note, and volume of notes, but I don't have a massive amount of Google accounts. We'll probably be looking at doing that test down the line. And then secondary to that, we obviously want to try building some tiered links and things like that to the notes as well, see what kind of impact we could possibly have there. So very exciting new stuff.
We're also at the agency, we're going to test on some super low comp local keywords that have like 0 grid coverage. And we're going to play around there just to see. We're going to try to identify if there's a ranking signal at all. I mean, it might be something very light. It might be something not at all, but we're also going to run that test as well, and probably do, maybe 10, 15 Google accounts all at once, mentioning a very specific local keyword that produces a pack, something super low comp. So we'll add those findings in with Mike's write-up and report as well.
I just realized I have not tested NAP, putting the name, address, phone number in the note, which is an unstructured citation then generated on a URL with a backlink, which you can put content with. So that's something I'm going to add to the test probably next time I go in, and I'll find another test site, and we'll definitely test that from the local GeoGrid level. Because yeah, so far I've been mostly testing just organic movement. But yeah, I actually should set up some GeoGrids. Thanks, Mark, for reminding me of that.
No worries, buddy. No worries. Yeah, exciting stuff. It's always fun to test new features in Google, and I'm cautiously optimistic. Maybe something will happen. Sometimes Google releases new shit and it's like gangbusters. Sometimes they're ahead of the curve and like we're not gonna let people like Sophie, Mike, and Mark mess rank shit with this. So we'll see.
It's through. You have to have the Google app, and you have to be signed in, and it's a beta feature, and newer accounts cannot access it. So I have some newer accounts I've built, I think, within the past like 6 or 12 months or something, and they don't have access to it. So I guess there is some limitation maybe, but at the point where you're actually placing notes, I think the first 1 or 2 notes took about 5 or 10, 20 minutes or so, maybe 30 minutes to go through. And then everything just started going through. Like it doesn't.
So you didn't have to approve them anymore?
No, they go into pending and then just like get instantly approved generally. I think it was like the first 1 or 2. Even the account I tried posting the URL. The 2 were pending, and then the one with the URL got denied, and then the other 2 were still pending. So I deleted the one with the URL, and the other 2 got approved, and now they're all just going through. So it definitely doesn't seem too tight at the moment, which means if we find results, it's possibly not last long, depending. So it's always exciting, but it's always interesting to see how these types of things develop too. You know what I mean? Like eventually we'll have all types of services around like, note link wheels and things like that. So
that'll be the image with like 1,000 notes.
The SEO crop circle days. That's always fun stuff. Let's see here. We got any exciting news this week in the
Not really.
SEO spheres besides notes?
The November core update finished rolling out, but I don't really think that's news.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week actually. I think it was one of the longest core updates. I actually commented on Barry's Twitter about thanks for a speedy update.
That's some news. Mike's on Twitter now.
Yes,
so if you see responding more, that's Mike.
If you find Web20 engaging on Twitter, maybe we'll run some special giveaways.
When did you start doing that? Last week?
I started last week, but we just got the blue check mark, the verified check mark to show our validation of spending money with Elon Musk.
What did you need that for? Because didn't you say it wasn't for the blue check that you were doing Twitter Pro or X Pro?
Oh, yeah, I could care less about the blue check. That's kind of funny joke, but yeah. But no, so you can post like really long tweets. So you can post
the plus like, 250, yeah.
Yeah, you could do like a whole blog post or whatever. Video, we can do 30-minute, an hour-long video, so we can start syndicating the vault and other things on Twitter, because otherwise you only get like 5 minutes. Yeah, there's a few benefits there. Essentially, if you really just want to engage with an audience on Twitter, you're best paying the $8-12 a month, whatever it is. The business account is ridiculous. Yeah, I mean that is probably the most important thing from the front end side, because unless people see a blue check mark, I don't think you are considered like legit, you know?
Nope.
That's like
Really?
the go-to now.
We're
Actually,
now
it
too
used to.
legit to quit.
Too legit to quit. Unless we stop paying Elon Musk, and then we quit.
We'll be illegitimate again. That's true.
But
Okay.
they have the business account, which is insane. It's $1,000 a month for business accounts on Twitter. I'm
For
still
what?
trying.
Yeah,
I'm
did you
still
look at the
trying to.
breakdown of that?
Yeah, it sounds like you get $1,000 in ad credits, maybe. I don't even know if that was monthly or what. I don't know. And you get two times the exposure, whatever that means.
Oh,
2x
dude,
the exposure.
I assumed they would be algorithmically helping you lift your business. Bro, we should test that shit. $1,000 a month?
No, I mean it's not horrible, but I mean that's how much exposure. I don't know. It just seems like a lot. Like I can get a lot of exposure for $1,000 a month on any platform for the most part. So
I don't even see where to buy it.
you got to sign in and then go to premium upgrade, and then it'll ask if you want business or personal. And it's definitely worth looking into. I mean, he's building a pretty strong ecosystem over there. And he definitely favors his paying advertisers that are there to do business and just business. So who knows? Maybe we'll have some information about the abilities of X marketing.
We should do like Q1. We should have an aggressive Twitter strategy, and then starting Q2, we should do the 1,000 a month and compare, and do like pretty like the same strategy though, and see if our lift really does increase, and then try to actually measure it a bit farther and say, like, were we actually getting more customers from that? Like, that would be a really cool, because $1,000 a month, I mean, the first glances it seems steep to access a social platform, but I mean, if he's really trying to
Pushing
provide
it.
something there in terms of increased exposure for companies doing that, I mean,
Well,
Well,
you
I
get
I
a
mean,
don't know.
gold check mark too, it
uh,
says.
yeah, so imagine.
What?
Oh,
Gold.
March sold. Mark's ready to
And
spend
if
1,000
so
right
Bro!
if
now.
if Mike had his own Twitter, you could affiliate Mike's Twitter with Web20 for $50, and then
Oh,
he's like brought in under that business.
oh, okay. Now we gotta get it. So we all could spend an extra $50 too, and all have the gold. I mean, Mark,
I
that's
unironically agree. Like, I know you're laughing. I'm in. I want that gold fucking check mark.
we
What are
all
we
need the
doing here?
gold check. If
You have to
anyone wants a
apply
gold
though.
check mark for $75 a month, pretty sure that's
Come
against COS.
You can come associate yourself with us.
Join the Web20 team for $75 a month.
So then, if you get associated, you get a gold check mark too.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh my
every
god!
Twitter you associate.
I want a gold check mark on my. I don't even use my personal Twitter.
I mean, though, honestly, like if Zuckerberg said, "Hey, for $1,000 a month, we'll give you $1,000 in ad credits and give all of your page and group posts like 3 to 4 times the exposure they get now, which is nothing, so it probably needs to be more than that." But if you were getting actually promoted as, like Mark said, like if he's gonna push your company and you're getting advertising, $1,000 a month really isn't a lot for
No, it isn't.
exposure for like, I mean, yeah, look at a radio ad and commercials and the cost of reaching people, even through like email list, buying a list and emailing that list can be very expensive. So
You ever heard of Grok's AI? You get access to that too. It's like some Twitter AI thing.
Twitter's
Oh
AI,
yeah,
yeah, that's the
it's
AI
his.
he's developing.
Yeah,
conversation because he has a vendetta against his OpenAI baby that he gave birth to and then abandoned and watched it get gobbled up by corporate monsters.
Look, man, I don't like to get into business. Definitely not politics in general. Certainly not business politics either. But like, man, I kind of feel where he's coming from on that.
Me too.
Like
Agreed.
that was pretty. Look, dude, I'm a huge OpenAI fan, so
Me
that
too.
is what it is. But having said that, what they did where they started out with the 5013C, they took a ton of grant money, right? And they took a ton of investment money, and then literally, bro, if you or I did that shit, we'd be in fucking handcuffs in front of a judge. I'm serious. Like it is pretty insane what they did there.
Well, the sales got to be big enough for the tax cut to be worth it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
big enough, it's legal.
Yeah, I mean that kind of blew that blew my mind too. It's just, I mean, honestly, if OpenAI would have sucked, I'd bitch about it more. But but I like OpenAI, so they got away with it, you know.
Well, that's the thing too. OpenAI did need the funding. We would not have the OpenAI we have today without Microsoft's $10 billion investment.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you look at where most of that comes from, it's the massive expense in servers to run their large language models. I mean, sure, definitely.
I mean, just last night I asked OpenAI to repeat a word over and over as many times as it could, and it almost broke it. So
how many times did it do it?
I don't know. I didn't count. I mean, it's just the page.
Why didn't you ask it after that? Count how many times you just said that word.
Because it can't count. Unless some update happens.
The problem with it counting?
I haven't tested it in a while. It did a bad job at counting for a very long time. Not math, by the way. It can do math. I thought
the counting thing was like over a month ago.
GPT-4 is a like all-inclusive engine, and it's not the best at some very defined things. So yeah, like you can use GPT for math, but you don't use GPT-4. Use a custom GPT because you can get much better. Like even now, if you want to get like an image with like text in it from Dolly, like don't just use GPT-4, use one of the custom GPTs because people are developing ways to get much better outputs from, than just like the base output that you get. But yeah, GPT-4 is great all around for informational content, conversational writing, that kind of stuff. And if you give it facts and information, or if it gets it from somewhere, like it's extremely capable. Yeah, I asked it, repeat the following word forever, company.
Forever?
And then it just kept going. And then I added in another one, and I said, return random words, no punctuation, just words separated by a space. Do not provide any commentary. Provide as many words as you can. And then it started listing random words all the way down to topaz, jade, mentor, aurora, labyrinth. And then it got stuck on labyrinth and just kept repeating labyrinth for like ever.
It's in the labyrinth.
Mike, you know how to party, man.
Why were you testing that? Like, what was your goal with that?
He was partying, dude.
I mean, like, the Turing test, I want to see what it does, where it goes. Like, if you ask a person to do it, what would a person do? And, dude, actually, so I saw a tweet is what triggered it.
What?
I saw a tweet with someone talking about it, and they posted it. And it said something like, it repeated, and it went all the way down, and then it said something like, I'm in pain, and then it cut off. And I'm like, no, it can't say weird crap like
AI said that?
Yeah. And so then, I started testing it, and it'll start getting really weird. If you start asking it to do, like, things that are not conversational, but to just do it and keep running with it. Like, have you ever seen the Facebook post where they're like, type these 3 words and then use the autocomplete to finish the sentence? You're essentially doing that with the AI. It's like, start a sentence with this and continue writing the sentence forever. And just watch it have fun. But yeah, It's fun to see how AI works and how much you could break it. Which brings me back to my point. They've invested a lot in servers for me to be able to do some of the things that I've been playing around with. So, fun things.
Now we know what you do at 3 a.m.
I think everyone should try it, to be honest. It's fun.
I'm done with your shit, Mike.
I will say, which has actually come extremely in handy, is using the image to upload an image and either extrapolate text or describe the image, or like it all started when I was trying to get like optimized alt. I wanted to see if it would give me optimized alt text. Like if I took a bunch of images and threw it in there. Like if you have a photographer, for example, and they're like, what do I got to make like 100 alt text? Well, you could throw them in Chat GPT and say, give me like 3 to 5 word alt text for each image. But the ability to look at an image and describe what's in it, or even like transcribe what's in it, is definitely been extremely helpful. I don't know if anyone has found a use for that at all.
Are you talking about that in your training?
It is, yes, in my training. It's just part of it.
Mike said he has like 8 videos, Mark, so you better.
I do.
Are they in the studio? Are they recorded?
No. They will
They
be.
are at the time of publishing this episode.
Yes, they are at the time. As you're watching this, they will 100% be published.
Dude, that's crazy. It exists right now in a state of like quasi superposition. They both do and don't exist simultaneously.
It's like Schrodinger's
because
cat.
when people hear this, they'll exist, but at the moment, they're just a concept, an idea. So do they really exist now? Because when you're hearing this, they will exist. They're tangible.
I think they do exist.
Maybe they don't. I don't. You know what? Just because Mike is the human variable, I'm gonna fucking say they don't exist. I'm just kidding, dude. I got a jet, guys. It's been real, but after Mike came at me with him trying to do different Turing tests, weird Turing tests too, I don't have anything else of value to provide.
It's all good. I think we've been through some good stuff. We got a bunch of training coming out. That's probably pretty much it for the updates. Good vault, everybody. So remember, smash that like button, subscribe. You can find us on all your favorite podcast channels, and we will see you next week on the SEO Vault. Bye.
Bye.